Elvish Reclaimer not only getting us access to our backup amulet, but also setting us up with the bounce land that we need in order to do the thing. That's pretty cool. Hello and welcome, guys. We are here for match 4 with the list that you see on screen, playing some Reclaimers, of course, and we are currently 3-0. No pressure, no pressure, no big deal. And if you haven't seen the other matches in this particular league, then you need to check out match 1, where I cover in detail everything you need to know about this deck list and what's going on with this deck list, and also with my life. And yeah, I don't have much else to say. I will see you guys in game 1 here. Oh, by the way, did I mention that we're undefeated? Like, haven't even lost a single game? Yeah, there's that. Alrighty, let's hop in here for the match. There's a 0% chance we're on the play again, right? We've literally been on the play every single game 1 of this entire league. No freaking way. Okay, well, you know what? We'll take that too. This is just like the luckiest league on the planet. Turn 1 Saga, turn 2 land, turn 3 float, get an amulet, play Dryad, bounce land, Dryad. I guess this is a turn 4 Titan if we find it. We could also play turn 2 bounce land and pick up the Saga. Or just even start off in Valakut. It's kind of a weird one. I feel like we could find something better. If we find a turn 1 amulet hand, or a hand that already has Titan, I feel like we'll be rewarded, so there we go. We got a turn 1 amulet, and we have Titan. We don't have a bounce land just yet, but maybe our Elvish Reclaimer will help us get there, so we'll definitely keep this. I think we might need to use the pack to set up our ramp spell to get to Titan mana. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's technically correct to bottom the second Titan. I'm a little afraid our opponent's going to thought seize this Titan away and make us have to pack for Titan, which would suck, but do we play turn 1 Reclaimer here? That would let us set up a turn 2 Saga on their instep. Sure. I'm going to play the Reclaimer first. We'll Cavern naming Elf. There's no way that playing turn 1 Reclaimer over Amulet punishes us. If we had a bounce land in hand, then, or if the Summoners Pact were an actual 3-drop, then that would mean that playing turn 1 Amulet could lead to a turn 2 Dryad or Azusa. But since we don't have that, I guess Amulet getting discarded is one of the downsides. Alright, we'll play out the Windswept Heath, and we'll pass. And we'll set up a Saga on their instep. To be fair, them discarding this amulet doesn't actually really affect us, because our Saga is going to set us up with another amulet anyways, so Reclaimer fixes all the damage that this Inquisition did. And now we're still left with 2 copies of Titan, so Dark Confidant. That is mildly annoying, not gonna lie. Alright, we'll fetch. We'll get Breeding Pool, I suppose. And we're gonna get rid of this Cavern against our opponent not playing blue. Probably not the most relevant land here. We could even activate Saga to make some tokens in the meantime, or we could just play a Dryad. Interesting. I'm not sure which is better. If we play Sunhome Dryad, next turn we float, sack the Saga, leave 1 mana, Reclaimer a land into bounce land, float 3, play bounce land, bounce land. I think if we play Dryad this turn, it leads to a turn 4 Titan. But if our Dryad dies, then we're just losing a token of Saga value. I mean, admittedly, with an active Reclaimer, I'm not sure that's the biggest deal. That also means they're killing the Dryad and not the Reclaimer. Am I okay with that? I feel like I'm pretty okay with that. Could definitely come back to bite us, but... And in this particular case, I think I am... Nah, I don't think I am interested in attacking with Reclaimer. I think it's more important that we have access to bounce land. They're gonna have to kill this thing the natural way. I think our Reclaimer is worth more than their Dark Confidant. Believe it or not. Surprising myself, to be honest. I have Hexdrinker. Oh no! How can we ever beat Hexdrinker? Look at it. It's so scary. Actually, it's super awesome artwork, I'm not gonna lie. Not Tarmogoyf. Okay, well, I think our opponent is just dead. We can even float a green thanks to the Dryad ability. Alright. Since we're going to need the mana from activating our Reclaimer to get the bounce land, we unfortunately have to let the land value go. We'll probably have to sack Breeding Pool, I guess, as well. Not Breeding Pool. It'll be worth the effort, though. Elvish Reclaimer not only getting us access to our backup amulet, but also setting us up with the bounce land that we need in order to do the thing. That's pretty cool. That is, of course, the plan of playing Reclaimer in the first place, is getting all these tech usages. Alright, we want Simic Growth Chamber, as it is the objectively superior bounce land. You can't even talk to me about it. Can't convince me otherwise. I guess we want to float green with this, just in case. Right, we'll pick up the Growth Chamber. Play it twice. Once for turn, once with the Dryad ability. And we are off to the races. You know, now that I'm seeing our mana, we could have floated white with the Sunhome and gotten Valakut and Slayers to haste, but c'est la vie. Doesn't matter. We're playing a Titan here, so Titan. Always yield. Yup. We'll attack with Garrison and Slayers. And then on the attack, since we already have Growth Chamber, it'll probably be pretty free for us to get Bajuka Bog and Talaria West. That way, if they answer our Titan and discard a Summoner's Pact, we can still get another Titan going by virtue of using Talaria West. So, yeah, our opponent is not in good shape here. And I guess we just pick up the Sunhome. If we really need it this upcoming turn, then we can just play it from hand. I don't think it's worth attacking with the Dry. Actually, since we're going to bog them anyways, I don't see a reason not to. Boom. Yep. Actually, I guess we're bogging ourselves, huh? That shrinks the Goyf more than any alternative, so we'll bog ourselves and get Talaria West, and probably can't lose. Alright, go ahead. 1-2 Goyf. Love to see it. Dark Confidant gets them an Inquisition. Well, they do have a way to get our Summoner's Pact out of hand. Oh man, we shrunk our Elvish Reclaimer. What a shame. What a shame. Alright, we'll go to sideboarding here. Alright, against the Rock, black-green mid-range that is, I like to bring in Engineered Explosives for their 2-drops, mainly. I like Trackers, but not Dismembers, as Dismembers is 1-for-1ing and extending the game. Not what I'm into. That said, Relic is obviously very good, as it shrinks their Goyfs, draws us a card, and if they're playing Lurrus, which I didn't notice, but they probably are, then the Relics are going to be good. Grazer's not great in this matchup. I don't mind a couple, but definitely not exactly where we want to be. Cavern is completely irrelevant. Reclaimer is surprisingly not that great here, as it usually just eats a removal spell. I don't mind having a couple, but not really our strongest card. Azusa is good because even if we don't have Amulet, just ramping up the natural way and getting to 6 mana is a totally reasonable route. Castle Garenbrig is really good, as it shortens the number of resources we have to have access to cast Titan. I guess we're just trimming more Reclaimers, huh? Just goodbye Reclaimer, bring in Tireless Tracker, as was the plan the whole time. Maybe, do we need Dismembers because of specifically Dark Confidant? That is an interesting question. Possibly. We can trim... I don't like trimming on Summoner's Pact. I think we might have to, though, trim 1 copy. We can always cycle or clue into extra copies of Titan anyways. I kind of feel like we want Dismember, but I don't know what we'd cut. We definitely don't want to cut Explore. It's like one of the best cards in our deck in this matchup. Yeah, I don't know what we'd cut for the dismembers. I feel like explosives will be good enough, so we'll just run it. Dismember also kills Luris itself if our opponent's playing Luris. We get turn 1 amulets. We have Explore, and we have Expedition Map to set up the bounce land. I'm down. They might discard our turn 1 amulet, but that's fine. And by fine, I mean there's not much we can do about it, but this hand would be great on the play. Oh, they just play land pass? I'll take that. Yeah, well, turn 1 amulet while it's still possible. Go ahead. Now let's hope they don't have Abrupt Decay. And a bounce land off the top lets us turn 2 Dryad as well if we can find it, and they don't kill our amulet. Oh, they do have Abrupt Decay. Sad. Very sad. Alright, well, here's Expedition Map. That'll find our bounce land for us. And here's Tolaria West. And pass. Hopefully they don't decay our Expedition Map. Not usually the most amazing play, but in this particular case, it would be quite crippling. Thoughtseize is totally fine. Take whatever you like. Especially Arboreal Grazer. This one's not looking like it's shaping up this game. But I mean, we have Explore for a redraw, Dryad for the ramp, and Summoner's Pact for either the ramp or the Titan. Explosives to interact. I mean, we just have every single base covered. Relic. Interesting. We could play Relic and cycle it and hope to hit a land. It doesn't seem like it matters, though. I mean, we can map for a Growth Chamber and play it and pick up Slayers and, you know, just keep going and just let our opponent have Dark Confidant. And then I guess we just play Explosives next turn. And I think that's our only real option here, so Growth Chamber into play. Pick up, I think it is the Slayers. I don't see us transmuting Tolaria West anytime soon, so. Swamp. They've gotten the value, ladies and gentlemen. That's value right there. Field of Ruin. Did they already have that in play? Maybe they did. Maybe I just totally played into Field of Ruin for absolutely no reason. I think that's probably what happened. Not that we could have done much about it. I guess we could have gotten literally any land that wasn't a bounce land. Like a Garenbrig actually would have been a good choice. Knowing they have Field of Ruin. I just didn't think about it. And they have Inquisition for the Engineered Explosives as well, huh? Oh, they're not taking explosives. Okay. We probably don't play it until we can crack it the same turn. Because otherwise they could just Abrupt Decay it or something, so. Seems like a good turn to play Relic. Pop it, see if we can find another land. And then if we do, play Grazer so we can start blocking. And if we don't, I don't know. Another Explosives is not bad. I don't really see a reason not to play the Grazer, so. I mean, the only thing is that it's potential discard fodder to like a Liliana of the Veil or something like that. Or Kolaghan's Command would be another consideration, except they don't seem to be playing red, so. Always good to be thinking about that sort of thing, though. Thoughtseize. We got 2 pair, double Titan, double Explosives. They take actual Titan. Makes sense. Fatal Push Arboreal Grazer. You got it. They're just playing into Explosives on 2. Any untapped land off the top. Untapped land, let's go. Saga. Alright, that's not an untapped land. Do we play out Explosives here instead? I think we have to play Explosives. We just can't let. We can't let the Dark Confidant stay in play for this long. They have exactly 1 window to find the answer to Explosives before they lose their board, so. Oh, come on! At least we get a land out of the deal, so we can Explosives on 2 and blow it up this upcoming turn, and they know about that, so. Whew, almost an absolute disaster. And they played the Swamp as well, so it should get rid of that one. And the Goyf, actually, so. We're taking the damage. Hex Drinker. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can still use this explosives on 1 to get rid of that. Okay. I mean, we don't really have a choice, so... I guess if we play an explosives on 1 from hand, they can Assassin's Trophy the explosives on 1, and then we might just lose to Hex Drinker, so we're probably supposed to hold the explosives on 1. That said, we're not supposed to play the Amulet because we don't want to end up explosiving away our own Amulet, and there's no route to Titan if we play Amulet now, so I guess we're just popping explosives and passing. Sure. We'll take 6 from this Hex Drinker, but maybe we'll stabilize. Bounce land off the top would put us in really good shape. I mean, I guess they could just trophy the bounce land, but... Alright, level up your Hex Drinker, that's fine. Protection from everything does not stop, destroy all things with a cost of 1, because it doesn't target or deal damage or any of that, so... Any of that stuff, my bad. Garen Rig is acceptable. Garen Rig is definitely acceptable, so let's play explosives on 1. We faded the discard spell, which is very nice. We'll go ahead and blow up explosives on 1. Goodbye, Hex Drinker. Here's Amulet, and we'll pass. Any land lets us cast Titan. So... They can trophy our Titan, but that's probably fine. Dalthy Voidwalker. Ugh. That one really sucks. Alright, bounce land off the top is our absolute best draw. Any bounce land, even Boros Garrison would be fine. Any bounce land. Relic. Not quite doing it. Man, I guess we're just playing and cycling Relic. Taking 3 from the Dalthy. We could Dryad and plan to block Dalthy, and if they trophy it, then we can Titan and not be worried about it. Okay, well, I guess we're doing the Dryad plus a Relic thing. Oh, no, it has Shadow. We can't block anyways. I mean, still playing Dryad means the next turn our Titan can search for a Valakut and something else, and we can kill the Dalthy that way, so even if they trophy our Titan, they can't just cast it. Yeah, I guess we're supposed to still cast the Dryad here. Cycling Relic this turn doesn't really help us much, so... This game is coming down to the wire. It's pretty crazy, actually. Do they trophy the Dryad or not? That is the question. They don't. Okay. It has been said. Dark Confidant. That one's fine. Totally fine. Alright. Land? Yes. That's what we want, is land. Of course, we're going to relic them for absolute value. I said, exile a card. You have to do it. I don't care how you feel about it. It has to happen. Alright, there's land. So if we play the forest, activate Garen Rig, we have to search for either Valakut and something else, and then they trophy the Dryad, or... Oh, it would have to be Boros Garrison and Vesuva to copy Slayers, then they just kill the Titan? Weird. I think we might need to cycle Relic and try to find either a third explosives or a bounce land exactly. Oh wait, we get 2 land plays. Hold on. So we get Vesuva copy Slayers. Man. I actually don't know if we have any route against this single Assassin's Trophy. If they trophy the Titan... Man. We have to have exactly bounce land is what's going on. I think we have to cycle Relic. See what else. We can Titan. Search for... bounce land Valakut. Then they trophy the Dryad. There's nothing we can transmute for because we can't block the Dalthy. Yeah, I think we have to find a bounce land here. Alright, we'll cycle Relic. Tracker. That's not really doing it. Yeah, I think we lost to Shadow specifically. Unfortunate. Alright, game 3. Unfortunately, if we had gone for Titan and either hasted it, they would have killed the Titan and we'd get no Valakut triggers. Or we could set up the Valakut triggers and they'd kill the Dryad and we still couldn't block Dalthy, so very unfortunate. Just a turn late. Okay, do we want to change anything? That felt pretty good. Now that we know they have Dalthy, though, we probably absolutely must have Dismember. Which is annoying, but we'll deal with it. Majuka Bog seems fine. Grazer is obviously not great. I mean, it did eat a Fatal Push before, but it wasn't super useful, I would say. Not convinced that we need Azusa, but yeah, I guess we have to trim in Azusa. We have one Grazer to Pact for to get the +1 mana ability. If we have an Amulet out. Gotta cut one more card, huh? Do we need all of the explosives if we're also bringing in Dismember? We could probably shave one explosives in that case. Right, I'm okay with this. Dismember is not particularly great in this type of matchup, but when they have Dark Confidants and Dalthys that we just need to get off the board, I think that it's probably pretty important to have access to Dismember, so. And, I mean, we have no untapped lands, but we have interaction. We have Relic to cycle. We have Amulet if they don't discard it. I mean, I think we have to keep this. I'll lead on Garen Brigg as it is a green source. Actually, I guess it would have been right to lead on... Nah, it doesn't really matter what we led on. Thoughtseize. Alright, see what they want to take. Take Relic of Progenitus. Take Primeval Titan. Just play the real long game. Nah, they take Amulet, of course. Hey, we would have found Bounce Land to go with that Amulet, so... Alright, we'll play Relic. We'll say, get out of here, Thoughtseize. And... I guess there's still a potential that we could top deck an Amulet, so I'm just going to play the Tolaria West here. We'll pass. Dalthy. Alright, we probably will have to dismember that. I guess we could dismember and then pop Relic afterwards, so we get the Dalthy exiled. Or we could dismember and just hold up the Relic activation. I mean, we're obviously playing out land here, so... I think we do... I think we ought to dismember now. And we'll get rid of that. And I guess on our opponent's instep, if we feel like cracking Relic of Progenitus, we can, but it might otherwise be doing work for us, keeping Goyf in check without even needing to be cycled. I guess we could potentially have always waited on the Dismember until our opponent cast like a Thoughtseize or something. Field is pretty annoying. Although Garen Brigg helps us get to Titan a little easier as well, so... I don't think there's a need to crack Relic just yet. See, what could we draw? We could draw Saga, and that would be really good for us. Amulet wouldn't do a whole lot. We could draw Amulet and Bounce Land in succession. That wouldn't really do much for us this particular upcoming turn either. Are we going to need the mana? I don't really see a reason to crack Relic, if I'm being honest, so I'm just going to untap Vesuva. Well, and getting another green source in play is probably a good idea. Alright, and we'll swing it back to them. Saving this Engineered Explosives to play on 2 to deal with Dark Confidant primarily, but also potentially Dalthy or Goyf even. Liliana of the Veil. Okay, well, I think we're probably just discarding explosives. Maybe we should have cracked Relic in response to this to get more information. We could discard the Tolaria West. Or even Titan. Discarding Titan doesn't seem horrible here, actually. Because we have lots of redraws. definitely should have popped Relic in response, I think. We're nowhere close to playing explosives on 3, so I think we just discard the explosives at this point. As it sucks to say, X-Drinker. Well, alright, I think now we do pop Relic. Finally time. Another Relic. Okay. Well, I mean, we're still doing fine. We can play Talaria West here, discard the Relic to our opponent's Liliana uptick if they do that, or just sacrifice Tracker, and the next turn we can play untap land, cast Titan. With a creature in play, potentially, to save it from a downtick. If they don't make a sacrifice this turn. If they make a sacrifice 2 turns in a row, then they lose the Liliana, so... And we still have clues and stuff, so... They do make us sacrifice the Tracker. Makes a lot of sense. Leveling up Hex Drinker. Sure. We can always transmute the Talaria West for explosives, play it on 1 and blow it up. Probably holding up Assassin's Trophy, I would assume. They just level it up again, huh? I guess they're holding up nothing. Another Titan. That one is pretty awesome. Well, I mean, obviously we're going ham. Yeah, I think we just have to force our opponent to Lily minus again, as much as it sucks. I don't really see another option, so here's Titan. It's very possible we just get the 2 haste lands anyways, the Boros and Slayers, so that our next Titan can attack anyways. Does not play around them having a Thoughtseize, specifically, but... Or Assassin's Trophy after they minus the Liliana. They have to minus Liliana here, unless they have Trophy. If they have Trophy... I guess we could get Boros Garrison and Simic. And that way we can play... We can, like, pick up Vesuva and something else, play Vesuva as a bounce land, pick up Talaria West, transmute, and do some stuff all in one turn. That still leaves Liliana on the table, potentially, if we believe they have Assassin's Trophy. We could also just go for double Saga. Seems a little slow. I think Simic Growth Chamber Saga makes a lot of sense. We can use Growth Chamber to pick up the Vesuva. Saga doubles as a way to get access to Amulet eventually. And also make some tokens that can... I guess they can't block the Hex Drinker once it's level 8+, but... Weird situation. I'm getting the feeling we're going to need to transmute Talaria West for Engineered Explosives on 1. I guess, that being the case, Saga and Simic makes sense. We'll pick up the Vesuva. And we'll pass it back. Probably... Our opponent's going to have to minus Lily if they can't answer the Titan. If they have the answer the Titan and they uptick, I guess we discard the Relic. Interesting game. They level up, okay. You got it. We've got a 2-turn clock on us if we didn't have a way to answer Hex Drinker, but we do. And the question is, do they have Trophy or not? That's the main thing I'm wondering in my mind right now. If they don't have Trophy, then I think we're in really good shape. Field of Ruin is quite annoying. Field Saga. Okay, well, never mind. It's not that annoying, I guess. That is not the thing I would have chosen. Either Simic or T-West would have been the correct choice, but... I guess they don't know for sure that we have a second copy of Titan, but... I mean, even in that case, you would still want to stop us from being able to transmute, right? Explore. Alright, so... Let's float the mana. Vesuva copying Simic. Pick up T-West, transmute for explosives. Play it on 1. And blow it up. We're still right down to the wire here. And I think we blow this up now so we can play our relic as well. Holding on to Explore as discard fodder if they have another Liliana. I'm not worried about that. And we'll exile a card from them, I guess, and pass it back. I mean, we're not out of the woods, but this is looking good for us. They cycle Peatland. That's a great sign. And this relic also happens to cover Tarmogoyf a little bit. Dark Confidant. Yikes. Quite annoying. Maybe we can find a Dryad off the top. They tap out here. We find Dryad. And it's all good. Game in the bag. They don't tap out. Sad. Okay. We explore. We have 6, 7 mana, 8 mana, I guess. We cycle Relic. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess if we cycle Relic and find exactly Summoner's Pact or Dryad, we can play Titan and potentially get immediate Valcut triggers. Let's see, we do this. We have 4 to activate. That's 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's going to be right to cycle Relic here. See what we can see. Castle. I guess maybe we are supposed to explore to see if we find Amulet also. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure attacking into Assassin's Trophy mana is a good idea, so it probably wouldn't actually change anything. I think playing Windswept Heath is good in case we do find a Dryad and we can hook up a Valakut. Our Titan ETB is probably just getting Tolarios and a bounce land. I guess we want to play Heath so we can set up Breeding Pool in case they have Trophy for the Simic. Okay. Or even if we could transmute this turn, we probably don't want to. Alright, we'll activate here. Play Titan. We can crack Clue, I guess, at Instep instead of casting Explore. Holding Explore for a later date means potentially more Dryad triggers down the line, so I don't mind holding on to it. They don't use Trophy now. Right, we're going to get Garrison and Tolaria West, so we can easily haste our next Titan if we want to. I think this is fine. And we'll pick up the Tolaria West so they can't immediately make it go away with a Field of Ruin or something. And yeah, I think we're just passing. I don't see a reason to cast Explore, so. Here's the trophy that we've been anticipating. Totally fine. See what they reveal. A Duress. Hey, it's like we intentionally chose not to transmute Tolaria West. How about that? Of course, this does punish us for not playing the Explorer, but whatever. Cards will not be the issue if we can get a Titan to stick, so. We are at 6. That's a relatively low life total. I think it might be high enough, but this is a pressing situation. Alright, we are definitely going to cycle this Clue token. Dryad. Not a bad one at all. Let's see, so we have 1, 2, 3 to transmute, 1, 2, 3, 4 to activate. 3, so we got 1 floating, 3 to play Dryad, 1, 2, 3, 4, activate, cast Titan after So I'm just packing. We can Dryad and Titan all in the same turn here, so probably a good move, I would think. Let's start with the transmute. Get Summoners Pact. So we activate here at 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can play. Do we Dryad first? They don't have the ability to Fatal Push, so I think I'm not scared about that. We'll Pact. Get Titan. And play Titan. We can get Slayer's Stronghold and a bounce land and pick up the Stronghold, play Stronghold Garenbrig, and be able to haste Titan. But that plays into another trophy. I don't think we want to do that. I think it's probably just Valakut and Saga. Seems fine to me. I like Valakut Saga. We'll put Saga on the stack, and we'll throw a Valakut trigger there, and one upstairs. Half expecting these not to go through, but if they do something to kill the Dryad, or even like the Valakut, like if they trophy Valakut, we could fetch in response. Okay, well, we don't quite have lethal, but we still get like 2 land drops this turn. Can always yes, and that should be good. Oh, now they have Fatal Push. Do we fetch down to 3? We don't have any more Talari left, so we'd have to naturally draw a Pact or Dryad. I think the 3 damage could potentially matter, so I'm gonna fetch. Could be wrong. Okay. And now we have a Titan as a threat. And if it doesn't stick, we can still just Saga. So I think we just want to pass without playing a land. The reason being, if they have a way to kill Titan and like Liliana uptick us, like if they had like land double Liliana or a trophy into Liliana, then we can discard the castle, make a token with Saga, and then play Sanctuary and pick the Saga up, which could be a useful play. Goyf, okay. And Liliana. They're fighting hard. But we still need to top deck some stuff. Also, not losing the game would be nice. We'll use one of the Garenbrigs, and I guess a bunch of forests. Actually, I guess we don't need the red from Valakut, probably. Okay. Yep. Huh. I actually don't think we can afford to pick up Saga here. Alright, we'll play Sanctuary. Pick up a basic, I guess. And we'll pass. We'll hope that we can use Saga to buy a couple of trump blocks and see what's what. I think we can probably still search for a relic with our Saga to help delay the Goyf thing. Oh, they found a removal spell? That's a shame. Well, it was a close game. And our opponent got the best of us. I don't feel bad about that at all. Our opponent played well. We played to the best of our ability, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. And at least we played a real game of Magic, and I feel good about that. So let me know what you guys think about the match in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the 5th and final match. This is Redface Menace, signing off.